This is my second day in Baguio City. I was able to get a reasonably decent amount of sleep the previous night, largely because of my electric blanket and because it is so super quiet. This is the state of my room. I know it's a mess. And I really like that they have these quiet hours in this bed and breakfast. Now that there's sunlight and I'm not so tired anymore, I can show you around this bed and breakfast where I'm staying. There is Wi-Fi here, but in my experience, it is not so strong. But it works if you want to check your emails or send and download some documents and send some messages. And as you can see, it is a nice sunny morning. The building seems to be made of wood. I'm not sure if it used to be a house that's converted into a bed and breakfast, but it definitely looks like it. And I'm intrigued by these spiral stairs that go up. This here is the lobby of the bed and breakfast. That door leads to the back, and over here is the front entrance that leads out into the street. This is the breakfast area with nice windows on two sides. There are even tables outside that people can use if it's not too cold and if it's not raining. For my breakfast, I chose the longaniza with egg and rice, and this is hot Milo. This is not hot chocolate. Milo is just a chocolate malt mix that's popular in our country. If they had hot chocolate, I would have chosen that. It was a quick breakfast. I didn't really linger because I was still a little bit sleepy, and I also had to prepare for the event later on that afternoon, so I went back to my room on the second floor. Although I also did look around the place because I really do like it. It is clean and simple and spare, almost monastic, and it is very quiet, which is the best part in my opinion. Later on, I went out. I got a taxi because I wanted to grab a late lunch outside of the bed and breakfast. I did not want food delivered for a change. I still had time before the event was scheduled to begin at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Pili sa kaliwa patungong post office loop. Kumaliwa sa 110 Leonard Wood Road. Pagkaraan ng 100 metro, manatili.
I asked the taxi driver to stop here in this small clump of restaurants, and I picked Casa Generosa to have lunch in. It is a hotel and restaurant, and I actually looked up Casa Generosa online before I even left for Baguio because they were near the venue of the event that I will be going to, and I did call them, but they sounded a little disorganized on the phone. So I didn't ask for a reservation, but I can certainly try out their restaurant. There is a huge group of people already here, so there was a bit of a wait for me to be served, but that's okay. I had time to kill. This is the dress that I chose to wear today. It is a maxi dress that is longer than ankle length, which is what I prefer. I think maxi dresses that are calf length are very unflattering and look very awkward on me. But I really like the cut and the fabric quality of this one. And as per usual, I am wearing sneakers. Sneakers are gray, so they match the dress, but I think the hot pink adds a nice touch of color to the entire outfit. After some waiting, my food arrived. I have actually been trying to transfer my video footages for a previous vlog to my computer so I could edit them later, but the connection here in the restaurant is not very good, same as in the hotel, and I even connected to my own data plan on my phone, but it just keeps failing. But this food is nice. I ordered the salmon belly with rice and tomato salsa. Sadly, I finished my food before the file transfer was done, so I just decided to abandon the file transfer altogether. They did give me the discount for persons with disabilities, so my total bill was only 275 pesos. Remember those people who were already here when I came in? They're done now and they all trooped out to the street. Apparently, it was a planned event for a marriage proposal. This is planned. They have their Marry Me signage and color coordinated outfits. And by the way, he got a yes. I got to Mount Cloud Bookshop about 20 minutes before the event was supposed to begin. This street is called Yanko and it's quite peaceful. Some people are already milling about. I could see that the inside of the bookshop was crowded, so I did go in for now. Mount Cloud Bookshop has quite a cult following nationwide. Readers and writers from different provinces of the Philippines would travel to Baguio City to visit Mount Cloud Bookshop. It is known for its very eclectic selection of books, focusing on books written by Filipinos and books with a heightened sense of social consciousness and the unfolding realities of post-colonial life. It also carries books in our country's alternative histories, like what is written in folk narratives, what is shown in the visual arts, and things like that. You know, books we don't usually find in the mainstream bookstores. Padmapani Perez, the founder and owner of Mount Cloud, is an avid reader herself and a writer and an academic. She has a PhD in anthropology, which she got from Leiden University in the Netherlands, but she brought her learning back home to the Philippines so that she can help our countrymen. I think she's awesome. Mount Cloud is awesome. You really should drop by. Almira, the head of sales of my publisher, Penguin Random House Southeast Asia, she is the one who arranged this event for all of us. She treated me to hot chocolate. We went down some steps from Mount Cloud to this area right here, where there are some small but very cozy places to eat and get some drinks. This coffee shop especially is so adorable. Can you tell that the owner is a cat lover?
ako, sorry. Ang daming tatsa.
The event features 3 different writers from the Philippines published by Penguin. I'm one of them. The other 2 writers are Muki Katigbak La Cuesta and RM Topacio Aplaun. Those are our respective books over there being displayed. We had a Q&A about our books and our world building and the social consciousness that lies underneath our novels. And the event does have a live stream at the Facebook page of Mount Cloud. The live stream is still up, and I will link it in the description box. It is almost 2 hours long, and I hope you enjoy watching it from start to finish. After the event, there was the usual book signing with people who purchased copies of our books from Mount Cloud, and also those that purchased our books elsewhere but just happened to be at Mount Cloud for the event. After almost everyone had gone home, we were able to step into the bookshop itself and talk a little bit more about books and writing. This is the inside of Mount Cloud. As you can see, it is full of books, literally full of books, and that is not an exaggeration. Every single surface, horizontal, vertical, is covered with books that are cleverly curated by Padma and her staff. After Mount Cloud, we went down some steps on the other side of the building to this little spot right here. It is called Vivistop Baguio, which is being managed by Gabe Mercado, an old friend of mine from many years ago. This is also an awesome space, not a bookstore, but it is a space where kids can go to create cool things like mini robots, experiment with small mechanical contraptions like motors for toy cars, and stuff like that. They can also do art in here. They have all the equipment for that. And it's all free. It's all free. Everything is free because this is internationally funded. I will leave a link for you in the description box for more information. But for now, let me share with you what Gabe is saying.
Our youngest participant is 8 years old. The oldest is mga 20.
Yeah, so it's really a big age range.
Big age range. It's meant to be fun.
Yeah. When is it going to be?
November 11.
November
and
11 and 12.
Yeah. But we're like that. We incubate projects of kids. We build it here. We incubate meaning we provide the mentorship. We provide the materials. And then meron kami mga equipment to make it happen. And then just go, make things. So robots are one of them. We've had our own book program. We've done 19 books written and illustrated by kids. Ano, interesado talaga. Papapirma pala ako.
Ay, salamat. Maraming salamat for the support.
Dati ko pa yung binili, I showed you, diba?
They even publish books written and illustrated by the kids themselves, and these have their own ISBN. Isn't that really cool? And by the way, Gabe does have a copy of my novel, which he purchased, I think, weeks ago. He told me about it, but I wasn't able to sign it until this night. Don't you just love all of this organized mess? This is what creative chaos looks like. So, between this place, Vivistop, which unleashes the creativity of kids, and Mount Cloud Bookshop, which is its own profuse explosion of books and art about rising above oppressive state systems, plus that random marriage proposal that I saw earlier, I would say, all in all, that this was a pretty good day. And this is where I have been staying all along. It is called the Old Orangewood Bed and Breakfast. You can find them on most websites for hotel bookings. I was really looking forward to coming home here because it is so quiet and I can have food delivered anytime. And even though Baguio City is freezing, I have my electric blanket. Although I must admit, on this night, on my second night in Baguio City, my bad cold started. It was just too cold for me, and I'm too old for this kind of cold. The next morning, I had a slightly different breakfast. This is tocino with egg and rice, but I still had Milo like the previous day. After breakfast, I checked out, took a taxi to the Victory Liner terminal, put on the motion sickness patches that I mentioned in a previous video, and then I left Baguio.